Are you confident your peptide research is secure? The regulatory landscape for peptides in New Zealand just shifted dramatically. Ignoring these changes risks significant setbacks for your groundbreaking work. I'm Anya Sharma, a Regulatory Bio-Scribe at Peptides.today. My role is to translate complex legal frameworks into actionable strategy for researchers and innovators. Today, we're dissecting New Zealand's updated peptide regulations, impacting how compounds are classified and managed, and the crucial adjustments your team needs to ensure compliance and avoid costly disruptions. New Zealand's regulatory environment for synthetic peptides is significantly tightening, essential for all research entities to understand. This shift addresses evolving concerns from Medsafe and Customs regarding compound classification and appropriate research handling. Grasping these refined regulations is vital for robust risk management, legal compliance, and strategic research planning. New Zealand's peptide regulations are evolving alongside increased research interest in these fascinating compounds. Historically, many peptide compounds lacked clear classification, leading to ambiguity for specific research applications. Recently, regulatory authorities moved to reclassify various peptide groups, imposing stricter oversight. This classification decision emphasizes upholding research integrity and preventing compound misuse outside approved protocols. The Medicines Act 1981 empowers Medsafe to classify and monitor various therapeutic and research products. Past ambiguities allowed research chemical labeling, sometimes circumventing stricter oversight for certain compounds. Recent classification decisions have clarified the regulatory status for numerous peptide compounds used in research. Once classified, a peptide compound faces strict rules regarding its acquisition and handling for research. Stricter requirements now govern advertising and distribution within the scientific and research communities. The Medicines Amendment Act 2025 updated pathways, modernizing oversight for novel research compounds. This legislative update helps align regulations with biotechnology innovation, strengthening research frameworks. This shift fundamentally alters how research institutions must legally manage their peptide compounds. Research businesses must now align their laboratory practices with this updated, clarified regulatory framework. Compliance now demands documented supply chains and rigorous legal import procedures for all research materials. This evolving regulatory landscape isn't unique to New Zealand, but their recent moves offer key insights. It underscores the global trend towards greater scrutiny for novel biomolecules. Understanding these regional shifts is vital. For continuous updates on peptide research, regulatory shifts, and strategic compliance insights, make sure to follow me, Anya Sharma, and subscribe to Peptides.today. Our platforms deliver the specialized intelligence you need. Next, we'll delve deeper into border enforcement, advertising restrictions affecting research, and critical business implications. New Zealand Customs rigorously enforces import laws concerning research-grade peptide compounds. Importing classified peptide compounds without proper authorization is now strictly prohibited for research. Research entities must fulfill import requirements to prevent potential shipment seizures and destruction. Authorities observe rising interceptions of peptide compounds intended for unapproved non-research applications. This trend spurred regulators to enhance oversight for the import of all research materials. Companies distributing research compounds must reevaluate their supply chain and recipient verification strategies. Compliance requires robustly documented supply chains, verified research clients, and strict legal import processes. New Zealand regulations significantly affect marketing and promotion for peptide research compounds. Advertising unclassified or regulated compounds for non-research applications is now illegal. Regulators perceive unverified compound promotions as a risk to scientific integrity and public perception. Marketing materials must strictly emphasize research use and approved scientific investigation pathways. Non-compliance can result in penalties and severe reputational damage within the research community. Risks from unverified peptide compounds, sourced non-compliantly, remain a core concern. Contaminants, incorrect labels, or degraded potency can compromise research validity and safety. Researchers must secure compounds from verified compliant suppliers for assured experimental integrity. New Zealand's regulations mirror a global trend toward stricter control over research compounds. Researchers and startups must rapidly adapt by prioritizing compliant supply chains and rigorous protocols. New Zealand's evolving peptide regulations signify a global shift toward structured oversight, encouraging responsible innovation and robust research. Compliance is a strategic advantage. For deeper analysis, Follow me, Anya Sharma, and Peptides.today. We navigate the law of the lab. Before we sign off, a quick legal disclaimer. This podcast is for informational purposes only and is not medical advice. All compounds discussed are for research use only and not for human consumption. Always consult a licensed healthcare provider for medical needs and treatment.